Hi, everybody. This is Marilee Ann Snyder-Nisiak, and I am a Young Living distributor. My number is 431-711. This program is Ancient Wisdom for Now because that's what the essential oils are, ancient wisdom for now. This is Creating Calm Network. Ann White is the founder and producer, and I want to thank Ann for this opportunity to share something that has been a part of my life for the last 12 and a half years and has saved my life. And today we're going to talk about trauma. On the last Friday of October, I was privileged to be able to attend a workshop seminar presented by Dr. Charnel Wolverton, and she talked about her traumas. And I started thinking about my own, and there are different stories, but the trauma is trauma. Trauma is actually stored in the center of our brain, in the limbic system, Limbic, in the amygdala. And one of the only ways to heal trauma is with scent, because the scent of Young Living oils crosses the blood-brain barrier. And when I started my shamanic training, that I didn't even know that's what it was then, I had experienced many traumas. I was overweight. I have been much more overweight than I am right now. And I had had 4 orthopedic surgeries. I had had my tonsils out. I had had a body full of blood clots where they gave me nuclear medicine and then took an x-ray 1 inch at a time, not only creating trauma of the blood clots, but a nuclear waste dump is what I became. And then I had a hysterectomy at age 42. After that, I was done. I was done with doctors, because I didn't care about, every time I went to a doctor, I was in even more pain than I had been before I went to the doctor. So I started searching out alternative healing methods. And in an Akashic record reading, I was told to find out about essential oils in the 90s. But I didn't know about Young Living. So I used Auricacia and then a brand called Aroma. And they don't meet the AFNOR standards, which is the equivalent of the manufacturing ISO that Young Living oils do. There is another brand called Swiss Aromatics that has the same quality as Young Living, but they have a very limited line. So I was thinking, what did I do? And when I started with the oils, I started with the feelings kit because I wanted to heal the trauma between me and my parents. You know, my parents allowed the surgeries because they didn't know any better. You know, they didn't know what they were going to do to me spiritually and emotionally. They thought they were going to fix my body. And we didn't really understand the effect of trauma. So, there are 3 oils that I want to talk about today because they have been in my oil kit since the day I started oils in May of 2001. So that's 12 and a half years ago. The first oil is Release. Release is exactly what it says. I have a friend who uses Release for deodorant, and you can do that. I put it on my liver for anger. I put it on the liver point on my feet. But let me read to you about Release. Release is a helpful blend to release anger and memory trauma from the liver in order to create emotional well-being. It helps open the subconscious mind through the pineal stimulation to release deep-seated trauma. It is one of the most powerful of the emotional supporting essential oil blends. It is Lang Lang, which increases relaxation and balances male and female energy, restoring confidence and equilibrium. Lavandin, not lavender, lavandin is antifungal, antibacterial, a strong antiseptic, and a tissue regenerator. Geranium stimulates nerves and assists in balancing hormones. Its aromatic influence helps release negative memories, thereby opening and elevating the mind. Sandalwood is high in sesquiterpene compounds, which stimulate the pineal gland and the limbic region of the brain. There we are, the limbic region of the brain, the center of emotions and memories. It is used traditionally in yoga and meditation and may help remove negative programming in the cells. The limbic system is your library. Everything that's happened to you is stored in the limbic system. And you may say, oh, I blocked it. Well, feelings buried alive don't die. They're there somewhere unless you actually consciously, with great effort, try to heal the trauma. The trauma could be betrayal. It could be a run in your stockings that came right before you were going on stage for some major event. It could be anything that traumatizes you, and we're each different. So, obviously, emotional, verbal, spiritual, sexual abuse are all traumatic to anybody. War is traumatic, and the guns, and living in the inner city where there's sirens and shootings and all of that. They're traumatizing, and they're stressful. And trauma and stress are directly related, because then the adrenals become overused, and then they deplete the thyroid. But trauma, in fact, is the source of dis-ease, dis-ease, because the symptoms are indicating trauma. And the major places that symptoms show up are the thyroid, the gallbladder, the pancreas, the adrenals, the liver. So if we can clear the trauma in our limbic system, we can actually heal our organs. Isn't that amazing? I just think it's too cool. So the other oils in release are blue tansy, which helps cleanse the liver and lymphatic system. Emotionally, it combats anger and negative emotions, promoting a feeling of self-control. Olive oil is an ancient beauty secret discovered over 5,000 years ago, and it promotes a smooth complexion with youthful elasticity, conditions dry, brittle nails, and makes the hair shine with vibrancy. So it's blend, and olive oil is considered an essential oil, as is almond oil. The application is to diffuse and inhale. And when you inhale, you don't stick it right up to your nose. You want to do it right at your mouth. Because each nostril smells differently, and to get the fullness of the aromatic effects, you want to, and it starts working immediately. And it's a pretty blue color from the blue tansy. Just an incredible oil. My friend who uses it as deodorant, I had a swollen knee that was knees are another place that symptoms show up, and she used release on it, and the swelling went down and has not, I might add, has not come back. So that's kind of neat, I think. Anyway, the next oil is a specific blend, and it's Sarah. Yeah, there you go, Sarah. And Release and Sarah have purple labels, which tell us they're working on the top of the head, the pineal, the limbic, the amygdala. Sarah is a specific blend enabling one to relax into a mental state to facilitate the release of trauma from sexual or ritual abuse. So that would include rape, uh, somebody who is systematically verbally abused on the thyroid. Because what people say to us, authority figures, parents, whoever, gets stuck here and prevents us from speaking our truth. So use Sarah here. Use it on the genitals if, in fact, you were raped or wherever the sexual abuse occurred on the body. It's a very gentle and kind oil, and not only do you want to smell it, but you want to apply it to the energy centers of abuse, the lower abdomen, the temples, the nose, and then the VitaFlex points on the feet. There is a possible sun sensitivity with this one, so you want to do it in the evening, and so you're not going to be in the sun for 12 hours. The ingredients in Sarah are absolutely delightful. And you'll notice geranium is the first ingredient to release negative memories, opening and elevating the mind. Lavender is relaxing and grounding. The University of Miami researchers found that inhalation of lavender oil increased beta waves in the brain, suggesting heightened relaxation. It also reduced depression and improved cognitive performance. In 2001, Osaka Kyokyū University found that lavender reduced mental stress and increased alertness. High in aldehydes and esters, it helps overcome insomnia, stress, and nervous tension, which are all side effects of trauma. Rose oil possesses the highest frequency of all essential oils, creating balance, harmony, and well-being as it elevates the mind and brings joy to the heart. Blue tansy, once again, to help cleanse the liver and calm the lymphatic system, helping one to overcome anger and negative emotions, promoting feeling of self-control. Its primary constituents are limonene and sesquiterpenes. Orange is a citrus oil for elevating the mind and body and brings joy and peace. A 1995 My University documented the ability of citrus fragrances to combat depression and bring about a deep sense of security. Cedarwood is high in sesquiterpenes, which stimulate the limbic part of the brain, the center of emotions and memory. And cedarwood is one of the ancient oils of the scripture, I might add. It stimulates the pineal gland, which releases melatonin, thereby improving thoughts, cognition, and memory. Cedarwood is very stabilizing and grounding. Lang Lang increases relaxation and balances male and female energies while restoring confidence and equilibrium. You can see kind of a pattern here. Then we have white lotus, which helps overcome self-defeating thoughts. It may also help release negative trauma and bring one a sense of comfort and ease. It is blended in a carrier oil of almond blend that adds a rich source of vitamin E. In ancient Ayurvedic system of health care in India, the almond is considered a nutrient for the brain and nervous system. So we want to apply it over the energy centers, the chakras, the crown chakra, the third eye, the throat, where we speak our truth, the heart chakra, the emotional center at the solar plexus, the creative reproductive center at the second chakra, and the adrenals at the base chakra, which is our connection to the earth, and very important. So Sarah heals those traumas. caused by abuse, sexual ritual abuse. And so the next oil was actually developed by, in conjunction with Gary Young, by Steven Seagal, the karate guy. And it was because of all the accidents. And if you've seen any of his movies, you know that they're full of accidents and trauma. This oil, Trauma Life, is in a blue label, a blue bottle. I'm having a hard time getting this centered here. There we go. Trauma Life is the emotional trauma from accidents, death of loved ones, assault, abuse, and can implant its devastating deep within the hidden recesses of the mind, causing lifelong problems that seem endless. Being able to release such burdens can bring about a new lease on life with a return to motivation and vitality. This blend combats stress, uproots trauma that causes insomnia, anger, restlessness, and a weakened immune system. And that's why talk therapy doesn't work, because you actually make the groove in the recording deeper and deeper every time you talk about what happened to you. You reactivate all of the anger. You reactivate all of the emotions as if it was happening all over again. And so the trauma actually goes deeper rather than being released and healed. So we want to heal the scar in the record in our memory bank, in our library, that the trauma caused. We want it to dissipate, is what we really want. And we can do that with scent. There are many traumas I know about because they happened, but I can't really remember what went on around them anymore. They're like gone. And I have to tell you, it is the most uplifting and enlightening way to be, where you're no longer affected you're no longer, I don't know about you, I'm no longer affected by my past, which allows incredible space for new adventures, new experiences, new growth. So here I am at 67, just published a book, doing this show for the next 8 weeks at least. And it's a whole new lease on life. It's a whole new career. It's wonderful. So Trauma Life actually assisted tremendously when I first got the oils and I wanted to heal my relationship with my parents, which had been traumatic. And the very first oil, now remember, this blend is combating stress, uproots trauma that causes insomnia, anger, restlessness, and weakened immune response. Those are all symptoms of trauma. The first ingredient is valerian, a calming, relaxing, grounding, and emotionally balancing. Clinical research has shown positive tranquilizing properties. German health authorities have declared valerian to be an effective treatment for restlessness and sleep disturbances resulting from nervous conditions. It helps minimize shock, anxiety, and stress that accompanies traumatic situations. And it's actually, valerian by itself is actually used in Gary's pre-surgical formula. So lavender is also used in the pre-surgical formula, and it is a relaxant and helps overcome insomnia, anxiety. It combats nervous anxiety, depression, and chaotic energy. So if we're really down, it brings us up. If we're really up and all scattered, it brings us into homeostasis. That's what the body wants to do at all costs. Be in balance, be in homeostasis. The next oil in Trauma Life is frankincense, and we did do a show on the 18 uses of frankincense, but for our purposes here, frankincense elevates the mind and helps overcome stress and despair. It stimulates the limbic region of the brain, the center of emotions. In ancient times, frankincense was known for its anointing and healing powers. And there we are with the limbic region of the brain again. Sandalwood is high in sesquiterpene compounds, which stimulate the pineal and the limbic region of the brain, the center of emotions and memories. It is used in yoga and meditation and may remove negative programming in the cells. Then we have rose oil, which is the highest frequency of essential oil, creating a sense of balance, harmony, and well-being. Elevating the mind, it creates magnetic energy that attracts love and brings joy to the heart. We have heliochrysum in Trauma Life that improves circulation and helps release feelings of anger, promoting forgiveness. We have spruce oil, which opens and releases emotional blocks, fostering a sense of balance and grounding. We have geranium that stimulates nerves and helps release negative memories, and an oil called Davana, Artemisia pallens, is high in sesquiterpenes and helps overcome anxiety. And the last oil is citrus hystrix, which is Rudicae, has aldehydes and esters that are calming and sedating. So we would diffuse Trauma Life, directly inhale it, put a couple of drops in bath water with a little Epsom salt, apply to the bottoms of the feet, the chest over the heart, the forehead over the third eye, the nape of the neck up into the locus coeruleus, which is the crossroads of the brain, behind the ears, and along the spine in raindrop technique style. And if you don't have a diffuser, you can put 4 to 8 drops on the ducts, the heating vents for your air conditioning and heating system. There are other oils that complement these. These are specifically for erasing the memory of trauma. And to support that, there are oils like forgiveness and gratitude and surrender and awaken and clarity and brain power. All fantastic blends. Magnify your purpose. Next week, on Friday the 15th, we're going to talk about Idaho Blue Spruce, which has proved to be an incredible healing oil of traumatic incidences in our lives. Spruce, which is mentioned here in Trauma Life. An oil called Stress Away, which now comes in the everyday, in your beginner's kit, your distribution kit, and then Transformation, which is one of my all-time favorites. I am a Young Living distributor, and I'm happy to help you. My number is 431-711, or please contact the person that introduced you to this program, Ancient Wisdom for Now, with a therapeutic grade essential oils by Young Living. You may contact me at marileasnyder.com, on Facebook at sagespirittera.org, or Sage Spirit Terra. The other website is sagespirittera.org. You may contact Ann White Either one of us can direct you to other distributors in your area, and we are happy, happy, happy to help you. So you can reach me by phone at 219-210-9016. And I am happy to talk about any specific issues that you have, because the education from Young Living is phenomenal. So on that note, I want to thank you for being here. I look forward to talking to you next week about Idaho Blue Spruce, transformation and stress away. And until we meet again, have a sensational week with all the luscious smells. So thank you so much.